Title: Dark Core, Vader vs. Batman. Full movie plot summary. Opening scene: breach of the Batcave. An interdimensional storm cracks the skies over Gotham. Deep inside the Batcave, alarms blare not from above but from below. A shadow descends in a swirl of smoke, lava sparks, and cold wind. It's Darth Vader, now fused with all elemental resistances: fire, ice, lightning, toxic, psychic, etc. A kryptonite-forged helmet designed to weaken even godlike beings' dark magic runes etched into his boots, forming an anti-spell field that nullifies all enchantments and mind-based tech. His iconic lightsaber, now upgraded with void fire plasma, no speech. No warning, he has come to test the limits of mortal strength. His sensors have locked on Bruce Wayne. Scene 2, Batman, no prep, no backup. Batman, meditating in front of a broken monitor, is caught mid-strategy analysis. His suit is in repair mode. The only thing at his disposal? His raw intellect, his fists, and what's left scattered in the Batcave. Old batarangs, EMP grenades, and the prototype suit fragments lying in crates. As Vader's heavy steps echo in the dark, Batman slowly steps forward. Not as Bruce Wayne the billionaire, but as the Dark Knight, ready to die defending his city. Scene 3, Shadows and Sabers. The battle begins with Vader igniting his lightsaber, slashing through steel columns as if they were butter. Batman uses shadows and acrobatics, dodging energy blasts and slicing sparks. He tosses an EMP grenade, but Vader's kryptonite helmet absorbs the burst. Batman punches with a gauntlet wrapped in shock coils. Vader doesn't flinch. The kryptonite in Vader's helmet radiates pain through Batman's chest, weakening him by proximity. But Batman adapts. He drags the fight into the water chamber, where he uses electricity to overload the system and momentarily disrupt Vader's boots. Scene 4. Counter and collapse. Vader levitates, using force choke and dark flame, burning the Batmobile to molten slag. Batman triggers a cave collapse, forcing Vader to shield himself with a force barrier. Using the moment, Batman climbs the support beam system and dives down, wrapping a titanium cable with nanobots around Vader's helmet. It begins draining the kryptonite energy, causing Vader's elemental resistance to glitch. But Vader channels pure darkness through his boots and throws Batman across the cave with a burst of anti-energy. Final showdown, fire in the dark. As the Batcave burns, Batman, in desperation, dons the partial Hellbat armor chestplate and with raw willpower absorbs one of Vader's plasma blasts, redirecting it back through a power core he jury-rigs from the Batwing. Batman: you may resist the elements, but you're still just a man in a mask. With a final leap, Batman drives a kryptonite shard into Vader's damaged helmet core. A massive explosion erupts, ending scene. Ashes and silent smoke fills the air. Vader's armor lies cracked, his helmet flickering. He slowly stands and vanishes into a shadow rift. Batman is unconscious, barely breathing. The Batcomputer reboots. Alfred's voice crackles through the comms. "Master Wayne, was that a Sith Lord?" Fade to black. Post-credit scene. Vader stands before a giant figure in space, cloaked in flame and shadow. A voice says, "You failed. Now send in the next warrior, the one who wears the symbiote."
But deep in the underground, something ancient and alive slithers toward him, a sentient alien symbiote drawn to his rage, vengeance, and unbreakable will. The symbiote bonds with Bruce Wayne, merging with his tactical mind and warrior spirit. He awakens with glowing white eyes, a jagged black armor pulsing with power. Venom Batman is born. He's faster, stronger, and more vicious than ever. I'm done holding back. Scene 2. Vader ascended elsewhere. Darth Vader survives, but the damage to his helmet forces him to undergo a vile ritual. He is taken by Sith priests and fused deeper with ultra-dark magic boots, giving him teleportation, gravity bending, and spell immunity, all elemental resistance, now enhanced to absorb energy instead of just deflect it. A new army, shape-shifting Vader soldiers, elite shadow droids that can morph into the form of his enemies. Combining Sith force and mimicry tech, Vader sets course for Gotham, not to finish Batman, but to conquer Earth and turn it into his new Sith temple. Scene 3. Venom Knight strikes Batman. Now bonded fully with the Venom symbiote, creates a hybrid symbiote tech stealth suit forged from remnants of the Hellbat armor and the symbiote's biomass. He stalks the streets of Gotham like a living shadow, detecting Vader's soldiers infiltrating the city. Each shape-shifting soldier takes on the form of a past Batman foe. Joker, Bane, even Ra's al Ghul, all fused with Sith powers. Batman unleashes feral symbiote Rage, ripping through the soldiers with razor wings, sonic screams, and tendrils laced with anti-Sith toxins. Scene 4. Clash of Dark Gods. Vader arrives atop Wayne Tower, transforming it into a pulsing dark beacon. Lightning swirls, the sky bleeds red. The final duel begins, Venom Batman versus Ultra Vader. The battle moves from rooftops to the streets to the sky above Gotham. Batman summons Venom wings and dives through Vader's force barrier, slashing with symbiote claws. Vader counters with a force storm, hurling meteors made of molten steel. They trade blows. Batman, enhanced with adaptive camouflage and symbiote overdrive. Vader, commanding elemental chaos, gravity fields, and mirror-formed soldier clones. Final sequence, the symbiote gambit. Batman lets the symbiote detach and slither over Vader, a risky gambit. The symbiote tries to possess Vader, but the Sith Lord is too powerful. He resists until Batman uses a memory-triggering sonic pulse, making the symbiote reveal Vader's past, his pain, his loss, his humanity. Vader weakens for a split second. Batman remerges with the symbiote and uses that moment to detonate a kryptonite black hole device, crafted from his fallen Batcave's tech, pulling Vader and his tower into a collapsing singularity. Ending scene, the hollow victory. Batman survives, barely. Gotham is in ruins. The Venom suit is quiet, dormant, for now. But the bat signal shines again. Post-credit scene. On a dark moon, Vader's broken mask floats in space. A red hand grabs it. A voice whispers, "Now, release Carnage."
Title: Dark Core. 3. Carnage of the Sith. Final chapter. Full movie plot. Summary. Prologue. Death in the Void. After being consumed by Batman's kryptonite black hole weapon, Darth Vader's broken body is hurled across galaxies, landing on a cursed planet known only as Malkar, the graveyard of Sith. The planet is soaked in dark energy, death magic, and something far more chaotic: the Carnage symbiote, abandoned long ago after a galactic war. Vader, shattered but not dead, merges with Carnage, fusing his discipline with pure bloodlust. Through ancient rituals, he absorbs supernova dark magic, allowing him to weaponize Star's bloodbending, to manipulate living beings from the inside. Advanced mind control, infecting others with his voice, an overloaded kryptonite helmet that radiates anti-life energy, unstoppable meditation, giving him a cosmic awareness, able to bend time in battle. He becomes Carnage Vader, a demonic force of war, hatred, and mind-warping destruction. Scene 1, Earth burns on Earth. Batman, still fused with the Venom symbiote, rebuilds Gotham as a fortress city. But a red comet crashes into the ocean. Cities begin to twist, civilians tear each other apart. The sky bleeds red lightning. Batman knows Vader has returned, and this time not even gods can stop him. Scene 2, Mind-warped war carnage. Vader appears above the Earth like a red eclipse. He mind controls heroes, turning Wonder Woman, Flash, and Aquaman into blood-crafted puppets. He bends reality with meditation, slowing time mid-fight, disorienting even speedsters. Batman, cloaked in an upgraded symbiote tech exo-batsuit, launches into space using a symbiote-engineered stealth shuttle. His suit now feeds on Vader's psychic attacks, storing them for counterblasts. Scene 3. Duel on Malkar. Batman follows Vader back to Malkar, now a twisted world half made of carnage tendrils and half forged in fire and ash. The battlefield is alive, literally, with Vader's dark will. Their final duel begins. Vader opens with Starfire plasma and mind invasion attacks. Batman counters with soundwave daggers, venom claws, and empathy-triggered memory strikes that make Vader relive Anakin's pain. Vader bloodbends Batman midair, breaking bones, but Batman sheds his entire outer symbiote skin, leaving a decoy. The real Batman strikes from below with a sun-powered venom blade, forged from the last yellow dwarf star. Final act, the collapse of two gods. The planet begins collapsing under the weight of their powers. Carnage tendrils wrap around Batman, trying to convert him, but Venom resists, screaming, "He's mine!" Batman lets the symbiote take full control temporarily. Together, they devour the Carnage essence off Vader, separating the monster from the man. As Vader kneels weakened, Batman says, "There's still a part of Anakin in you, but it's buried under too much blood." He plunges the kryptonite dagger into Vader's core. The overloaded helmet explodes in green and red energy. Ending scene. Silence and Shadow's Malkar is gone. Vader disintegrates into ash, whispering, "Finally, peace." Batman returns to Earth, his suit scarred, his eyes hollow. He locks the symbiote in a vault deep underground. But in space, a sliver of red goo drifts, pulsing, hungry. Post-credit scene. A dark throne sits empty in a realm of shattered time. A voice whispers, "Now awaken the symbiote of death, unleash necrocarnage."
Title: Dark Core Arf. Rise of Necrocarnage Vader. Apocalyptic Final Chapter. Full movie plot summary. Opening scene: Tomb World awakens. In the deepest part of the void, where dead universes rot, a cursed ritual takes place. The scattered remains of Carnage Vader begin to pull themselves together, drawn by ancient evil. A forbidden spell is spoken by a dying vampire priest. Resurrect the god of war. Bind him with the soul of blood. Vader is reborn, but no longer just Vader. He is now Necrocarnage Vader, fused with the immortality and vampiric blood magic of Dracula, the indestructible bioengineered body of Nemesis, Resident Evil, a core of Omega Purple Kryptonite, which destabilizes all organic and alien tech, ultra-dark magic that bends death, time, and will elemental domination, controlling cosmic-scale fire, lightning, ice, earth, and void, and worst of all, Phoenix Force Rebirth, granting infinite resurrection through chaos his new form, an uncontrollable, mutating Omega body, constantly evolving, melting between flesh, metal, and blood fire. He doesn't just want to kill Batman now, he wants to rewrite Earth in his image. Scene 2, Batman Venom Reforged. Bruce Wayne, still fused with Venom, senses the disturbance in reality. He hides in a secret bat zone outside normal time, training inside a neural war chamber to withstand Vader's mind control and Phoenix chaos. He forges the Dark Reaper armor, a venomized bat suit enhanced with sun-forged anti-kryptonite pulse cannon, Dracula's own cursed silver blood embedded in his gauntlets, sound frequency wings that shred through chaos magic, and a neural tether to his soul self, preventing Vader from erasing his identity in Battle Scene 3. The world ends. Earth begins to collapse as Necrocarnage Vader descends from the sky like a burning demon meteor. Cities fall under psychic fire, oceans boil into red mist. Former heroes are corrupted into Phoenix-born minions. Gotham becomes a war zone of collapsing time loops and Omega storms. Batman launches a desperate resistance using Venom-suited bat drones, but nothing slows Vader's advance. Scene 4. The final battle. Omega versus Venom. On the ruins of the moon, Batman confronts Necrocarnage Vader. The battle begins as a metaphysical war across multiple realities, with time slowing, reversing, and collapsing around them. Vader becomes a mountain of evolving flesh, metal, and fire, swinging galaxy-tearing blows. Batman phases through time using Venom speed and hits with pure sunlight. Daggers laced with Phoenix antibodies. Vader drains the moon's core, becoming a cosmic titan. Batman unlocks Venom Overdrive, fusing with the symbiote's original form and growing venom wings, bat horns, and starlight eyes. The fight ends on Earth's last floating city. Batman activates the Soul Detonator, a device built from ancient vampire blood, Phoenix tears, and pure willpower. He says, "You're not a god. You're just a broken shadow afraid of peace." Batman dives into Vader's Omega Core and detonates it from within. Final scene, Legacy of the Shadow, everything goes white. A new Earth is born, forged from the fusion of shadow and light. A memorial stands in the center of Neo-Gotham. Here stood the Dark Knight, who walked through gods and fire to save us all. A small black tendril slithers quietly into a cave. Post-credit scene. A voice in the void. Symbiote gods, awaken. We begin again. Title: Dark Core V, Wrath of the Red Symbiote. Final war begins. Full movie plot summary. Opening scene. After the end. The universe mourns the death of Necro-Carnage Vader. Batman Venom, bloodied but standing, believes peace has returned. But peace is a lie. In the deepest ruins of the void, where the corpse of Vader was shattered, a new entity forms, not from one being, but from all that was lost. Red and black symbiote matter, forged from Carnage, Vader, Venom, Dracula, and ancient Sith essence ultra-red glowing aura, a manifestation of galactic rage and resurrection. Ultra-nova mind control, capable of infecting entire species with a thought. Unblockable chaos. Elemental attacks, fusing fire, void, crystal, and plasma. Shape-shifting shadow lords, a hive intelligence born of ancient dark kings, ancestral protection, channeling forgotten gods and warriors from across time. This being has no single name, only a code name whispered through collapsing stars, the Red Singularity. Scene 2. Batman Venom's legacy cracks. Bruce Wayne, fused with a weakened Venom, senses something worse than Vader rising. The Red Singularity begins bending the laws of physics across the galaxy. The sun bleeds. The stars pulse like dying hearts. Venom itself panics, whispering, "This is not symbiote. This is origin death." Batman begins forging his final armor. Shadow-forged batsuit powered by dimensional anchors, blades made of ancestor bone steel, protected by past warriors of Earth, a light core, created from compressed hope, resistance, and Venom's final purity scene. 3. War across realms. The Red Singularity spreads like a virus. It shapeshifts into ancient gods, consuming planets, rewriting memory, enslaving shadow beasts, and controlling minds through dreams. Even old enemies rise again under its spell. Shadow clones of Vader, Dracula, Joker, and Carnage form a council of terror. Batman unites survivors, mutant heroes, vampire remnants, alien outlaws, and ancient guardians from Earth's myth. They form the last line. Scene 4. The battle beyond reality. The battle takes place in a crumbling dimension between time and space. The Red Singularity becomes an apocalyptic storm of shifting dragons, swords, and chaos flame. It attacks with memory weapons, rewriting history mid-battle. Batman Venom dodges reality distortion, using his ancestors' guidance to predict movements across multiverses. The battle becomes silent, as sound and color are erased. Batman absorbs all remaining light from Venom and transforms into Night Absolute, a being of pure will, pain, and fire. Final act, ending the Red Singularity. To defeat the Red Singularity, Batman must not kill it, but sacrifice himself to bind it. Using a ritual left behind by the Shadow Lords, Batman opens the ancestral gate, calling all past warriors, Black Panther, Blade, Zorro. The original Bat Clan. Even Thomas Wayne appears as a Force ghost. They lend their spirits to his core. Batman fuses with them, becoming a Titan of legacy. With one strike, the ancestor's final blow, he splits the Red Singularity into 1,000 shards and seals it in the void. Ending scene, echoes in the cave. Years later, a young warrior enters a dark cave. He finds a symbol glowing red and black on a wall. A voice whispers, "Gotham will always need a shadow." The screen fades to the bat signal burning through red clouds. Post-credit scene. In another universe, one shard of the Red Singularity fuses with a forgotten being. Logo fades in. Dark Core 6 Omega Joker.
Title: Dark Core 6, Curse of the Hollow Mask. Full movie plot summary. Michael Myers ascends. Opening scene: the void is never empty. After the cataclysmic death of the Red Singularity, the multiverse begins healing. Batman, fused with a drained and scarred Venom symbiote, returns to Earth with barely enough strength to stand. But something follows the last sparks of chaos. In a forgotten dimension, the realm of hollow shadows, a mask floats silently, cracked and ancient. It's not a normal mask. It's Michael Myers' mask, reborn through void energy and soaked in Red Singularity remnants. Michael Myers, once mortal, is now eternal. He absorbs the remaining chaos energy of the Red Singularity Venom residue, twisted into pure madness, ultra-silent step, making him undetectable by gods or tech blood ritual strength, growing stronger with every soul he kills. a reality-splitting blade crafted from the bones of dead timelines, and most horrifying, singularity awareness. He remembers every universe, every death, every Batman. He becomes Myers the Hollow, the Eternal Hunter. Scene 2, Batman's Fading Light. Bruce Wayne, back in the remnants of the Batcave, struggles with the symbiote now corrupted by trauma. He senses something wrong. Time glitches, hallucinations of past foes, screams from alternate versions of himself. He discovers footage, multiple Batmen across timelines slaughtered by the same figure. The face is always the same, Michael Myers. Bruce prepares one last suit, the Silent Warden armor, made from titanium venom alloy echo shielding that hides him from timeline distortion, ancestor glyphs burned into the chest plate, and a soul trigger system that allows him to communicate with all past Batmen across the multiverse for strategy. Scene 3, The Hunt begins. Michael Myers stalks Gotham. One by one, he kills shadow warriors, tearing through dimensional strongholds, collecting blood keys to open the final rift where Batman's soul is most vulnerable. Batman sets traps. Michael walks through them. Batman unleashes full venom fury. Myers absorbs the energy and grows 3 times in size, morphing into a mutating, jagged armored monster with glowing red veins and a cracked burning mask. Gotham becomes a hell maze as Myers twists the city with red singularity echoes, turning it into a graveyard of bat signals and time-locked versions of Bruce's own nightmares. Final battle, Venom Knight versus Hollow Mask. The final confrontation happens inside the time-warped Batcave, now a ghost zone where past and future overlap. Batman uses venom speed, soul echoes, and silent strike tech. Myers phases through walls, reverses damage, and slashes with a blade that cuts through thought. Batman finally lures Myers into the Hall of Ancients, where souls of all past Batmen assist him through memory armor projection. Myers nearly kills him, until Batman willingly fuses with the last innocent part of Venom and unleashes Symbiote Redemption Burst, an explosion of white venom energy that purifies Myers for a split second. In that moment, Bruce sees the truth. Myers was once human, but Red Singularity didn't possess him. It obeyed him. Batman activates the Singularity Coffin, built to trap pure chaos. He drags Myers into it, sealing them both inside. Ending scene. The coffin falls. The Singularity. Coffin falls into the shadow abyss, locked for eternity. But as the credits roll, a faint whisper echoes, "Evil never dies."
Title: Dark Core Origins, Robin's Nightmare Opening Chapter. Full movie sequence opening scene, no signal, nighttime. Gotham is unusually quiet. Robin, Tim Drake, is at home resting from a recent mission. His suit is stored away. No gadgets, no weapons. Just a teenager trying to breathe after a life of chaos. He's reading in the living room. The bat signal is off, rain starts to pour. Suddenly, the power goes out. The TV crackles, the lights dim. The only sound is the rain and something heavy dragging across concrete. Scene 2, the arrival of death. Robin walks to the window. A dark figure stands still in the street, wearing a cracked, blood-stained hockey mask. It's Jason Voorhees, but something's wrong. He's not just human. Jason is fused with residual red singularity corruption, silent phase walking. He moves between shadows without a sound. Blood memory. He remembers every victim and seeks out the Bat family one by one. Jason appears in the hallway mirror, despite being outside seconds before. The reflection moves, but Jason himself does not. Scene 3, no gadgets. No help, just fear. Robin runs, the comms are dead. The cave is too far. He improvises, uses broken chair legs as makeshift Eskrima sticks, wraps his arms with duct tape and glass shards, sets traps using wires and kitchen gas leaks. Jason walks through it all. Silent, unstoppable. Robin stabs him in the eye. Jason pulls the blade deeper in, unfazed. An experimental adrenaline injection shard fused with venom residue. Robin plunges it into his chest, his veins ignite. His speed triples, his strength spikes. His fear turns to fury. He screams, I'm not the kid you're hunting anymore. He beats Jason back, brutally, smartly, using nothing but rage, speed, and broken memories of every fight he ever trained for. Final clash, shadow fire and blood. Robin kicks Jason down through 3 floors into the basement furnace. He lights the gas leak trap he said earlier. Explosion erupts. Jason burns but doesn't die. He melts into the shadows, whispering, "I'll kill the bat through his blood." Robin falls unconscious from the blast. Ending scene, buried warnings. Batman arrives too late. Finds Robin alive, barely. Robin says, "He knew us." He wasn't just hunting, he remembered. Batman looks at the scorched wall, a bloody symbol drawn by Jason's blade. A bat, crossed out. Post-credit scene. In Arkham's abandoned wing, cells begin to open. Red Singularity cracks pulse in the walls. A figure in the shadows says, "Voorhees was only the first. We are the Shadow Blood." Next, Dark Core Origins 2, Nightwing, Blood Rain. Title, Batman. Wings of the Creeper opening scene. Full movie intro, INT. Deep in the Batcave, all systems are shut down. No power, no Batcomputer. No gadgets, no Alfred. Bruce Wayne, in civilian clothes, slowly awakens on the cold metal floor of the cave. His head is bleeding. A deep hum vibrates through the darkness. Bruce whispers, "What happened?" He stumbles toward the Batcomputer, but it's fried. Screens cracked, wires exposed. He taps a hidden panel on the cave wall. Click. Nothing. The emergency door to his hidden armory is locked shut. Suddenly, a foul wind blows through the cave. "Hush! Scrap! Thump!" Bruce stops cold. He hears it. Something ancient. Breathing. The camera pans to a dark corridor. Deep within the cave, near a forgotten cavern sealed long ago. The stone walls crumble slightly. Something is coming through. A grotesque silhouette glides down from the shadows, leathery wings spread wide. It's the creeper. Tattered coat, hat tilted low, flesh stitched, eyes glowing. He's been watching Bruce, studying him, waiting for the perfect moment when the bat is weakest. The creeper lands soundlessly behind Bruce. The faint hum in the air turns into a terrifying chant-like whisper. Bruce, grim. "I've fought monsters before. But what the hell are you?" The creeper smiles, rows of ancient, jagged teeth. The screen goes black. Then, he hunts every 23rd spring for 23 days. Tonight, he hunts the bat. Title, Batman. Wings of the Creeper Final Act. The hunt ends. Previously, Batman, stripped of all gadgets and weaponry, trapped in a powerless Batcave, faced off against the supernatural predator Jeepers Creepers. The monster stalked him through the cave's ancient catacombs, feeding on fear, blood, and flesh. But Batman used what he had left: willpower, intellect, and brutal hand-to-hand skill. Scene, the final fight, Batcave's forgotten chamber. The creeper lunges through a rock wall, massive wings tearing through stone, jagged axe forged from bone in hand. Bruce, bloodied but focused, uses the environment, collapsing ledges, sonar echoes, and psychological traps to wear the beast down. As the creeper circles above, trying to grab Bruce midair, Batman leaps from a ledge and drives a steel shard, a broken piece of the Batmobile's turbine, into the creeper's eye. Batman, growling, "You picked the wrong cave!" The creeper shrieks, dropping. Bruce tackles him into a lower chamber, a long-forgotten magma shaft, where he activates a final emergency lever, a backup fusion core igniter. Bruce sprints up the shaft. The creeper rises to follow, but it's too late. The core goes critical. A searing pulse of energy vaporizes the monster from the inside out. The creeper lets out one last banshee scream and is reduced to ashes. Alfred, "Sir, the emergency systems are online. You look like hell." Bruce, wiping blood from his mouth, "Hell was just here." As the cave cools and silence returns, Bruce collects a single feather, black, scorched, unearthly. He stores it deep in the Batcave vault, because even though the creeper is gone, he only sleeps for 23 years. Ending credits roll. End credits scene hint. A preserved heart twitches in a jar, labeled Day 1.